Good morning and welcome to the video for Monday, July the 20th. This is going to be a video for our upcoming fourth graders. One of the things that we will do later in the year is work with decimals, and we'll be working today with comparing decimal values as well as relating them back to fractions. And so this will happen after we've done a lot of work with fractions. So let's take a look at a couple problems. The first couple, we are just going to use money. And so these would represent quarters, these would represent dimes, and then we have 4 pennies here. So if you want to pause the video real quick, think about how much that would add up to. And what they want us to do for one of the blanks is to write the amount in dollars. And then they want us to write the just regular decimal value. And then they want us to also write what it would be as a fraction or a mixed number. So I've got 25, 50, 75, 85, 95, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109. So $1.09. And so our decimal value for this is going to be exactly the same. It's just that we're not going to have the dollar sign. So we would have 1 9/100. And then for the fraction, because we're going to have a value in the ones place, we're actually going to have a mixed number. And so if I wrote 1 9/100 as a mixed number, we'd have 1, then we would have our 0.9 on the top over 100. And by the time we actually do this, you guys will be very comfortable with doing the fraction portion of this. And so now let's look at our other example. I've got 3 dimes, 3 nickels, and a penny. So pause the video if you need to think about what that would equal. We're going to have 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46 cents. So we can put a 0 here in the front. And then our 46 cents, we could just write a decimal point in 46 for 46 hundredths. You could also put a 0 in the front. It's not going to hurt anything to do that. And then the last one, if I wrote 46 hundredths as a fraction, it would look like this. Now the last thing I want to look at is talking about place value and how it's going to help us to compare. And so for this first example, I'm going to have 7/10 compared to 54 hundredths. So I'm going to have a 0 in the ones place for this. I'm going to have a 0 in the ones place for this. I'm going to have a 7 in the tenths place compared to a 5 in the tenths place for the second number. I'm not going to have anything showing, so we could say that we have a 0 in the hundredths place here, and we have a 4 in the hundredths place here. And so normally when we're comparing, we're going to take whatever our largest value is and start there. If they're identical, then we go to the next largest value. So our next largest value would be the tenths place, and with the 7 being larger than the 5, this side is going to be greater than this side, and since it's listed first, we're actually going to use the greater than symbol. For the second one, we can say that we have 4 in the ones place compared to 2 in the ones place here. If you're thinking about what I just said, we can go ahead and answer the problem and say that this one is larger. But to finish out this part, we can go ahead and put a 5 for the tenths place, and a 0 for the hundredths, an 8 for the tenths place here, and a 9 for the hundredths place here. And so we'll be doing a lot of work with these types of comparisons as we start to get later into the school year. And that will get us ready for working on other things, working with decimals. I think there might be a follow-up video. I can't remember if it's 4th grade or 5th grade. I think it's 5th grade. But I'll double check and tune in on Thursday. I might have an extra video for you to talk through some other things as well. So hope your summer is going well. Hope you have a wonderful day. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.